All right, I remember when Saratoga Springs was hardly anything.
Nothing.
Vacant land.
Yes, we
and
used
now
to,
look at it today.
Yes, indeed. We could keep talking about this, but there is such a boom out there. Yeah. All right, Alana.
A huge boom, and I also love that police chief because he's like, I'm like the dad. I think Glenn's like the dad in this family. Like, right?
He's got a lot to take care of.
He's got to run the show.
It's not an age thing.
Well, that's what it feels like.
It's that you're just so mature, Glenn. Yeah, okay. That's what
he
it is.
He keeps the show moving. Emily, you and I would just chat. Glenn keeps us on point. That's what's great about. There's so many things that are great about Glenn, but that's one of them. Okay, we do have some storms out there. Live view from Oak City. This is Millard County. We have seen increased cloud cover. We know that monsoon push brings in moisture to the state, and the cloud cover has been around. It cooled us a few degrees today. As we look at the storm tracker radar, you're able to see in central Utah that we're seeing most of our storms developing in that region. As we jump in, the zoomed out view shows Castle Country over I-70 and down towards Hanksville. Let's get a little closer. Near Price, some lightning. We have seen that south of Duchesne. As we jump towards Ephraim to Richfield, in the last hour, they were dealing with the storms. Those have now tracked east just a little bit, but over I-70, lots of lightning and wet weather. Beaver County getting in on the action. Milford, Delta, those areas dealing with storms in the region. Now, we are watching what's developing in the West Desert because as that tracks northeast, it could impact the Wasatch Front as we head into tonight, as well as Tooele County and the Rush Valley. So we know the potential for storms is there, especially with that marginal risk. Flash flood potential today probable for Capitol Reef and the swell. This is going to shift into tomorrow. Each day, we're losing a little bit of moisture, and we'll keep doing that. Live view from the ABC4 studios. It's 95 degrees. We hit 96. That's average. So seasonal norms. I know it felt cool in comparison to the last several days as we were dealing with triple digits. 90s in Logan and Provo. We've hit 100 in Moab, 104 in St. George, dropping with the cloud cover. We were at 107 an hour ago. So those clouds are building, and that means the storm potential for the Southwest Desert, it's there. Unstable with all that daytime heating. 90s turning into 80s. 80s by 9 p.m. and ABC4 News at 10. Storm potential for the Wasatch Front. So eyes to the skies tonight. And we know as we looked at the radar that that's really the West Desert, and that will move towards Salt Lake. Okay, the setup for tomorrow shows that high pressure in place. It's got a clockwise flow, so it funnels moisture in. High pressure is the dominating factor of the weather story because that's where we were seeing the heat. Now that moisture coming in, but it is going to slightly start to diminish as we get into Thursday. But the chance of storms holds on for tomorrow. Futurecast shows you what I mean. Let's put this into motion. Watch the clock in the corner of your screen. Wasatch Front by 8 p.m. Salt Lake County. You could see some gusty winds and a storm roll on through. Central Utah sees spotty activity. We lose daytime heating overnight. Partly cloudy skies expected, but quieter conditions. Into tomorrow, though, we're off to the races. 3, 4, 5 o'clock. We've got storms popping up, isolated in nature. Eastern Utah, central Utah, and the West Desert have potential, so we can't rule it out along the Wasatch Front, but it does look slightly quieter for the Wasatch Front, but storms won't be gone from the state. We do see drier air moving in as we get towards the end of the work week. Okay, flash flood potential possible for the swell, Capitol Reef, and Bryce Canyon, easing off of eastern Utah and the far south. Moisture tracker, as we put this into motion, shows you what's happening. The green you're seeing is moisture, drier conditions over Utah as we roll into the weekend. But early next week, that high takes position again and brings in the moisture. What does that mean for you? Storm potential. So we get a brief break, but early next week, isolated storms come back in southern and northern Utah. 90s with triple digits in Salt Lake and Provo tomorrow. 107 in Moab, 108 in St. George. Oh, the dog days of summer. I'm barking. They're hot. We see triple digits for the next 5 days. Slight chance of moisture by the end of the weekend in St. George. Those storms become a little more noticeable Monday and Tuesday. Tuesday is noteworthy. 98. Okay, that would be the first time since July 1st that St. George didn't hit triple digits, and that's what we call a break. We don't get one, though, for the next couple days. Triple digits right there. We'll cool into the upper 90s. That's not cool. That's just like, come on. And storm potential, there's a slight chance. Monday and into Tuesday, that moisture works its way to the north.
Okay, we are just staying good and hot.
Hot, stormy, breezy, a lot of the same.
Thanks so much, Alana. We appreciate it. Time now for Look at Sports with Dana Green.
An opponent RSL hasn't seen in a long time.
Yeah, and they want some revenge, too. It's RSL against Monterrey of Liga Mexico tomorrow night. This will be